Okay, now starting the presentation of today's note. Today we'll discuss about the topic airport site selection, and the module is same airport engineering. We are continuing airport engineering, and today we'll start the topic of airport site selection. Now, before going to the airport site selection, how to select the site for an airport, we have to just um, get a little bit idea about airport and other types of airfields where air, aircraft may be operated from. And first of all, airport, I think you have now have a clear idea what is airport and what are the aids and equipments or the functional areas which should be there in the airport. We have the clear idea about that. Now coming to the other types of airfields, which is airfield and aerodromes. Airfield is nothing but some some field through which airport taking off and landing operation may be operated without any navigation equipment or any functional areas like a even ground, even grassy ground may be used as airfield through which aircraft may be operated for their takeoff and landing operation, and obviously these airfields or aerodromes are used for the temporary landing and takeoff operation for the aircraft. And coming to the aerodromes are actually the shelter of the aircraft for temporary landing and taking off operation. The definition of aerodromes is actually the area on land or maybe on water, uh, maybe the water, some area on water. Okay, these types of area may be used as the uh, operation or landing and takeoff operation of the aircraft, including some buildings, some installations and equipments. Obviously, in the airfield, there may not be these types of installations and equipments, but in aerodromes, these types of buildings, installations or equipments are required to give shelter to the aircraft. Okay, this is the definition of aerodromes and airfield. Now, now coming to the main topic of airport site selection. Now, airport site selection is purely dependent on some of the factors. We're going to discuss the factors on which, depending on which the airport site is actually selected on the practical in the practical cases. Okay. Now, first factor which is uh, one depending factor to select the site of airport is the availability of the adequate land. This is the primary factor, and if if the land which is required, the area of land, the amount of land which is required is not available, then obviously this is obvious that the airport cannot be constructed at that area. That means if 500 acres of land is required for any airport site, but there is only 400 or 300 acres of land is available, then obviously if the other factors are adequate, then also that airport cannot be constructed there on that area. Okay, the presentation is okay na? Okay. Now, now coming to the second factor which is fit for the regional plan. Now, obviously before the construction of the airport, there will be some, there must be some regional plan depending on which the construction of the airport will go on, and fitting to that regional plan, the area must be fit to that regional plan is one of the important factor. That means if the shape of the area of on that regional plan is maybe some square, but the area which is available is maybe rectangle or triangle, then obviously that site is not be used for the construction of that specific airport. That means obviously the regional plan, seeing the regional plan, we have to select the site for that specific airport. Now coming to the accessibility. Accessibility means accessibility. Yes, someone want to say something. Okay. Now accessibility means the accessibility to the airport site or airport area by the user of the airport. That means obviously who are the frequent users of the airport. Those frequent users are not very much concerned about the uh, air airway or the air timing. Actually, they are very much concerned about the door to door timing. That means after outing from their houses and reaching to their destination is the total time is the most important factors to them, who are actually the frequent airport users. And if if the airport is far away from their houses, then that airport may not be used by the users frequently. That's why the airport should be close enough so that the frequent airport users are very much convenient, feel convenient to use that airport. That is one of the important factors to select the site for an airport. And obviously, when the short distance air users are there, that means if 30 minutes or 40 minutes air distance to travel for any user, for them for them specially, these accessibility criteria is very much important. That means if for that 30 or 40 minutes airway traveling may cost 1 hour traveling from their door to the airport, that is not economic for them. That's why this accessibility factor is especially important for the short airway or short air distance users. Okay, now topography. Topography means the features of the natural ground. Features of the natural ground means obviously the ground may be even, maybe uneven, maybe a grading with a steep grading, or maybe with no grading, like that. And the ideal site for an airport is like some raised ground on a hilltop. That type of ground is the ideal selection for the airport. And obviously, the ground should be nearly even and with a little or slight grade. Okay, now coming to the next point, that is soil condition. In the soil condition, the most important characteristics of the soil which is not useful or not proper for any airport site, that is water table, the presence of water table, or the soil characteristics which is that is the soft soil. If in some areas soft soil is present or water table is very high, then the soil treatment cost a high amount of the investment. Those types of area are not useful for any airport. Now coming to the drainage system. Drainage system is very much important because for heavy rain, for heavy rain, yes, yes, not PDF. I'm showing only notes. Yes, PDF type notes. Yes, is not visible. Okay. Let me check. Okay, sorry. Maybe that is this now visible? Okay, okay. Thank you for informing. Okay. Okay. Uh, Up to this, any doubts? Then I can repeat. Up to this, any doubts? Actually, all these things are slightly theoretical, but you have to understand this question that the factors which are affecting the site selection of airport is very much important for your semester. And the factors which I have already discussed, that is availability of the adequate land, fit for the regional plan, accessibility, topography, soil condition. Uh, those are, I think, you have understood. Now coming to the drainage system. Now in that point I was there, and drainage system is important because after heavy rain, if water is uh, stagnant on the surface of the airport, then to clear the runway for the aircraft, to clean the runway for the aircraft is very, uh, that means costly and very much time taking procedure. And that's why if the drainage system is there, proper drainage system is there on that area, and the water after heavy rain will pass uh, through that drainage system properly, then that time and cost which is required to clean the stagnant water on the runway or the airport region will be very much easy, and cost is very low. That's why the drainage system is very much important for the airport. I think you may remember that some days ago there was a cyclone which named Amphan. At that time, the Kolkata airport is capable to clean and clear the runway and the airport region very quickly, because the reason of that quick operation is the drainage system is very uh, that means adequate for that airport region. That means drainage system is very much important. Adequate drainage system should be there on the airport region. Now, now the next point, the availability of the construction material. This is one of the obvious factor. If the construction material is not available, close to the airport region, then the construction operation of that airport cannot be done smoothly. That's why the construction material should be available easily, and the construct availability of that material should be close enough to the airport region. That's why I have not written anything. Now, cost of development. Now, this type of development is actually represented the future development of the airport. Obviously, some amount is invested on the construction of the airport. That means the finance and the commerce is related to the construction of that airport. That means whoever have invested this much of amount, he uh, will try to get uh, revenue from that operation of the airport, and he will try to develop, and that means largen the business of that airport. So after some time, after 2 or 3 years, if the air traffic user is larger than today, then obviously the number of requirements of runway or other facilities will be increased. And keeping that view on mind, we have to select the site, so that uh, we may have to uh, take up some extra land beside the airport region, and we have to select those types of sites where the extra lands or some uh, extra lands are available at the adjacent areas of the airport. That is the uh, factor of this cost of future development. And this is the cost of maintenance cost should be lower, and if the available maintenance operation is very much easy and smooth, the cost of maintenance will be lower, so that the revenue generation will be larger. Traffic volume and type of traffic. Obviously, the adjacent traffic volume, not only traffic volume, type of traffic. If the traffic is not interested in the air traffic or air port, so then obviously there should not be that construction should not be there in that region. If there is a high volume of traffic, but most of the people is not interested in that airport or the airway, they are interested in the landway or other modes of transportation, then obviously that region is not useful for the airport. Next point is very much important in technicality, that is crosswind component. What is crosswind component? We have discussed in the previous classes. That is the perpendicular component of the wind, normal component of the wind to the movement of the aircraft or to the orientation of the runway is called crosswind component. And crosswind component is the having the adverse effect on the landing and takeoff operation of the aircraft, so that these components should be less. And where in any region the crosswind component is the amount of crosswind component is high, then obviously that region is not perfect for any airport. Next, the proximity of the airways. This is one of the important factors. That is, when there is another airport nearby, obviously there are two problems. One is in the takeoff and landing operation, because one aircraft from uh, the other airport or runway may give some problem on the aircraft of the other airport which is being constructed. These types of problem may be there. And another problem which is the economic problem, or the these types of revenue generation problem. If there is a airport nearby, obviously the total user will be divided by the two airports. That means the business will be lower for each of the airport. That means we have to keep this point in our mind that there will no airport nearby, so that the commerce will be, or the revenue generation will be much more than that condition, that is there is one airport nearby to that airport which is being constructed. Okay, now safety factor means obviously there should not be any obstacles, or there should not be some obstructions for the takeoff and the landing operation of the aircraft. Revenue, all the points are mostly related to the revenues. Obviously, if all the operations are going smoothly, revenue will be generated larger, or greater revenue will be generated. And if some factors, all these factors, if some factors are not going smoothly, then revenue generation of revenue will be lower. And the last point is that the point of noise pollution, which is one uh, factor which is prescribed by the government of any country. That is, noise pollution factors should be, or should not, actually should be, must be keep into mind when some airport is constructed, because noise is one of the adverse effect which is actually uh, given, which is actually given on the residents and the industrial areas nearby to the airport. That's why we have to keep in mind that there is, first of all, we have to keep this point in mind that there should not be some residential area nearby to the airport, and the industrial area may be there, but the noise pollution should not be should not be give some adverse effect to that industrial area. These types of noise pollution have some adverse effect or great adverse effect on the residential area firstly. Okay, these are the points which we have to keep in our mind when we are actually selecting the site for a specific airport. And maybe in the semester exam you will face this question, that is the factors which are affecting the site selection of the site of an airport. Uh, you have to just write down the factors and have to write one or two sentences for the description of all the points. Okay.